In Escape from Tarkov, unlike a lot of other shooters, when you die, there is a very good chance that you could lose your gear. Even if you decide to insure it, if someone comes around and takes it, it's going to be gone. That said, it is good to have a foolproof way to make money that you're comfortable with so that you can continue to fund your future raids. When people ask me, what's my go-to map to make money? I do have a few, but my most consistent has got to be Woods. So in this video, I'm going to go ahead and show you my go-to money run on Woods. We're going to be attacking 3 places primarily. It's going to be this village over here on the east side, the Sunken Village in the north center, and then the USEC camp with a couple spots in between that I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. Now, before we get started and showing you these spots, one thing I do want to point out about this run that is so nice is the fact that none of these items are locked behind keys of any sort. So this is a very profitable run you can do as a scav as well. So first off, village. So as you enter the village, there can be 3 main houses that you're going to want to loot. As we go in here to the first one, you'll see quite a bit of loose spawns on the cabinets and on the table, as well as a duffel bag right here. After that, we'll head upstairs, and underneath these 2 beds, there's none here, but there are gold spawns inside this cabinet, and then again under this bed. Now, when I say gold spawn, you can look for things as small as chainlets and as big as bitcoins. So, very good places to check. Go out the back door, and here you can have some good tool spawns, which are always good money. And next, we'll head to the second house. Go in here, you can find some good food spawns to include sugar and moonshine. Come through this door, into this room to the right, and there's a duffel bag. Trip over this, another duffel bag. And a grenade case. Now, one thing that a lot of people overlook with these houses are like the little storage sheds in the back. And in this house in particular, you can find some loose spawns around it on the outside, on top of these pallets and boxes and whatnot. I grabbed this painkiller just because I had actually forgot to bring one in this raid. Now this house over here will be the last area we'll check in this town. Come into this back room. And then again, underneath this bed, there's a gold spawn, or chance for one. And then in this box is a good tech spawn. You can even spawn like GPUs and stuff in there. Go upstairs, another duffel bag. And then you can have some good food spawns here on this table to include moonshines, like I said before. Now, once we're all done with that, we'll head out the back here. And it's been a while, but over here underneath this little bridge, you used to be able to find Bitcoins. Now, nothing has changed saying that you can't, so it's worth a check if you're going by it anyways. Now, after that, we'll head towards the Sunken Village, and there'll be 2 stashes I'm going to go ahead and show you. One of them's right here in this bush. Then if you keep going up, one's up here on like the side of this cliff. After that, we're gonna keep moving through, and we'll go up here, hit this last stash, and then start working down into the Sunken Village, which is where we'll potentially make a lot of the money that we can on this. So as we head in, there's going to be a lot of potential Bitcoin spawns in here. So make sure you keep note of what I'm saying. So you check these places. Come to this first house. Inside this tent, we got Bitcoin spawn there. And in this other corner right here. And obviously this duffel bag. And then over here, some food and even med spawns over on this bench. Once we're done with that, we're gonna head over here to this other shack. Once inside, you got numerous Bitcoin spawns inside this bush. Found a lot of like lions and the roosters and stuff too, as well as this stash. And then right here on this little plank of wood, you can also have a Bitcoin. Next, we'll come up here and we'll head over towards the church. Now, on the way to the church, a lot of people don't stop here, but look in this corner right here, in this corner right here, there's more spawns. You can see I found a gold chain there. Inside this church, there's multiple, so take a good look around. Now, this next house doesn't have a Bitcoin spawn in it, but it does have pretty good food and even ammunition spawns, especially if you're a fan of 5.45. Next, we're over to this house. Has some decent ammo spawns up here. Right there where this hot rod is can spawn moonshines. And then you can have Bitcoin spawn right here. You do want to get close to it though, because sometimes they'll kind of sink into the shelf and you won't know it until you actually get like the little white dot saying that something's there. After that, we're going to head over to the mark circle, which obviously you can have a lot of good loot at it. Bitcoins can be kind of hard to see in this, so make sure you take a good look. Then we're going to head over to this boat. This boat has like 2 or 3 potential Bitcoin spawns in it. So again, get low. That way, in case it's kind of sunk in, you'll get the little white dot. Then inside the shack, you got this bush right here, where that skull ring is. This bush right here, and this bush right here, all potential Bitcoin / gold spawns. After that, we'll head across the street into like the little boathouse. Inside this boat, again, more potential Bitcoin spawns. Head back over, get some good food spawns on that table. Head to this last house, and then you have Bitcoin spawn right here on this piece of wood. In this box, some good ammo spawns in here. Some more med and food spawns over here, as well as one last Bitcoin spawn in this corner. After that, we're going to head over towards the Scav Bridge. Now, depending on how long it is you've been in the raid, you may or may not want to hit this body. It can have some good stuff on it, but you are very much out in the open. So if it's looking like it's getting towards the end of the raid and you might have some player scavs headed this way, it may not be worth the risk if you're running a PMC. Right over here, as you get closer to the bridge, you'll see this perpetually dead scav. After that, we'll head up to this little food area up here. Obviously, you can find food and moonshines and stuff through most of these little cabins up here. But the main thing you want to check, coming in here, this first little bunker to the left, there's going to be some gold / Bitcoin spawns underneath the cot. Right in here, right underneath this cot. At this point, heard some shots, or heard some silenced impacts and at least one scav shot. So kind of just taking a look out. We are heavy, and obviously if you're coming in doing a run like this, surviving with your loot is way more important than getting a PMC kill. So just keeping an eye out to see if he's going to come running. Rather hear him before he hears me. Once we figure we have some time, gonna move back and hit up this stash over here in this little triangular wood area. More than likely, if he hasn't ran south, he's down in this bunker. So that's where we're going anyway. So nice quick push. Takes my legs off with like a shot or two, using some high flesh round, but get all healed up and continue looting. All right, now that that's over, you have some more Bitcoin spawns on that bed, on top of that end stand, and then next to the end stand. Obviously, you have this duffel bag here. Over here, underneath this cot, you can see there the gold spawn. You have the jacket. And then on this table, you can see there's a sugar, obviously worth quite a bit of money. Outside all these little server areas and this little cabinet, you have pool spawns and hardware spawns that you can find, some food spawns on that little table. So definitely worth a check. And then you have this double bag right here that a lot of people don't check. I think like they're afraid of getting shot from up the stairs, since stairs audio is kind of a little wonky at times. After that, we'll come up here. Gonna be a couple more stashes we're gonna hit. This first one's a little hard to find, so I'll show you the whole path from the bunker down this hill, right here where this tree is, right there. 9 times out of 10, this stash will be untouched. This next stash, you're gonna go up the next hill towards USEC. Be over here right by this rock. After that, just head south, go down this hill up the next one, and you'll be inside the USEC camp. Once you're in the USEC camp, first place you'll hit is this medical table. I can't stress enough, check this spot right down here. I've come through USEC camp, checked that spot, and found a LEDX, and everything else has been looted. People don't look. So on top of this table, you have a good chance for high tier med loot, also some food. Obviously over here, you have like an M4 spawn on that tarp back there. You have all these weapons crates. In that green tent, you have a food crate. Also check right here on this front corner because you have fuel spawns I can hit there, as well as on this little pallet right there to my right. You have a tech crate right here. Always good to check. Over here, weapons box, some weapons parts. Then head over to the other side of USAC camp. We have some more Bitcoin spawns to show you. So first off, inside this first tent, next to this cot over here, get down, you have some more Bitcoin spawns right along this area. Med case right here. You come out here, and in the back of this pickup truck, there's a weapons box that isn't hit a lot, so it's worth checking. I found some good stuff inside of it. This is probably that guy's rig from inside the bunker. On top of these boxes, on top of that table over there, you can get some sugar and moonshine, and then this tech crate. And then underneath these rocks, you got right here, and then right over here, you have gold/Bitcoin spawns. That's going to be all the Bitcoin/gold spawns in this video. So unluckily we didn't find one, but I would say you have a good chance of finding something pretty valuable, like a lion or a Bitcoin or something along those lines if you hit up all these. And again, like I said in the beginning, great part about this loot run is there's no keys involved, so you can do all this with a scav as well. You'd be surprised how much stuff people miss. Next, show you a little area up here. I'm not a big fan of going up here because there is a good chance of getting shot, especially if there are other people around, because you're kind of exposing yourself to everything. But you come up here, and on these tarps, you can find some pretty decent gun parts or even like fully kitted M4s. And then at that point, I'm gonna be headed out. So if I'm going this way, I'm gonna hit up the stash right here. And then a little further down, I'm gonna hit up a stash here, and then I'm gonna be headed out towards ZB14 or outskirts or something like that. If I'm going the other direction, like if I spawned on the west side of the map, then I'll be more likely going towards northern UN and getting out there. I ended up selling everything after this raid, which was honestly kind of a weak one compared to what I normally get. It still made a little over 1 mil on this, so hope this helps. If you haven't already, please consider hitting that like, hitting that subscribe button. I come out with Escape from Tarkov videos every Friday. I also stream over on Twitch every Tuesday and Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, as well as Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. So until then, catch you guys next time.